Seriously, Nick? What's your problem? You're glaring at me like I set your whole room on fire or something.
Don't even start with me, Brandy. I know you touched my Switch while I was at soccer practice. Don't bother trying to deny it.
Oh, please. Why would I waste my precious time playing your little kid games? Maybe you just lost it or forgot where you left it. Wouldn't be the first time.
Nice try, but there's no one else it could have been. We don't have any other siblings, and Mom and Dad don't even know how to turn the thing on. You're the only one who touches my stuff without asking.
Maybe the dog did it. Maybe it's haunted. Not everything is my fault, you know.
Give it up, Brandy. You're not cute and you're not fooling anybody. You scratched the screen, broke one of the buttons, and worst of all, you saved over my game file.
Oh my god, are you seriously crying about a dumb little video game? You need to get a grip, Nick. Maybe if you spent less time playing and more time growing up, this wouldn't be such a big deal.
200 hours, Brandy! I spent 200 hours building that save file, leveling up, unlocking everything. It's all gone now because you couldn't keep your greedy hands off my stuff for 5 seconds!
Boo-hoo. Maybe it's a sign you should get out more. You know, meet a few real people instead of whatever fake friends you have in your dumb games.
I'm telling Mom and Dad, this time you're not weaseling out of it. They need to hear exactly what you did.
Yeah? Go ahead and tell them. You know they're not going to punish me. They never do.
Far! You think it's funny stealing my games, my chargers, whatever, but stealing my wallet, that's a whole new level of messed up!
Oh my god, calm down. Why would I even want your ugly old wallet?
Don't even try it! I'm so sick of you lying to my face like this is all some big joke! I'm not stupid, Brandy! My entire paycheck was in there! It didn't just get up and walk away!
Wow, your whole paycheck? Your whole paycheck is $20? That's so pathetic! What kind of worthless loser only makes $20 in a single paycheck?
You did steal it! You just admitted it! Give me my money back, Brandy!
I did not!
Yeah, you did! I told you it had my whole paycheck in it, but you knew it was only $20! That means you must have stolen it!
Wow, you're such a massive loser nerd using that dumb mind trick on me.
Give me back my money, Brandy!
Nope, sorry big bro, but that ship has sailed. Better luck next payday.
I'm not joking around! Give it back!
Oh, you're serious? Oops, guess I should mention I kinda already spent it.
You what?
Yeah, you snooze you lose, right?
What did you even buy with it? It wasn't that much money.
Snacks. Mostly snacks.
Snacks? How many freaking snacks did you buy?
Like, a lot. I stocked up, okay? I'm gonna have the best late-night snack stash ever, all tucked away in my room where you can't touch it.
Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable! You stole my money to hoard junk food!
Cry harder, Nick. Go ahead. Tell Mom and Dad. See what happens. Oh, wait. They're just gonna pat me on the head and tell you to stop being so mean to your precious little sister.
Yeah, I know. I'm not wasting my breath.
That's right. They love me way more than they love you anyway. Always have, always will. You're just the background character around here.
You're unbelievable!
Remember my 15th birthday? You wanted a new pair of soccer cleats to use in your big championship game, but Mom and Dad said they couldn't afford it. Meanwhile, they threw me a party with a rented pony, 2 bounce houses, and a professional face painter.
Yeah, I remember. They made me sit there and watch you open presents all day while I had to duct tape my old glove together for the finals. Good times.
Exactly. You should have learned back then that you're never gonna beat me. Not at home, not anywhere.
Maybe, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh yeah? Why not? You finally gonna move into the basement and cry yourself to sleep every night?
No, I'm moving out. As soon as I graduate, I'm gone, off to college, away from you, away from all of this.
What? You can't leave. If you're gone, who am I supposed to get money from?
Get your own job, Brandy. There's a wild idea. Earn your own money like a grown-up.
Ew, no. Jobs are lame. I don't want to waste my life working like some loser.
Tough luck. You're gonna have to grow up someday. Can't mooch off Mom and Dad forever.
Watch me. I'm their favorite little princess, remember? They'll never kick me out.
Maybe, but good luck convincing anyone else to put up with you. You're on your own, Brandy. Hope your snack stash lasts.
Hey, big bro, guess what? Mom and Dad kicked me out. Total shocker, right?
Not really. Honestly, I'm surprised it took them this long.
OMG, rude. Anyway, so I'm coming to crash at your place for a while. Hope you're cool with that.
No, absolutely not. You're not moving into my apartment, Brandy.
What? Come on. I'm your baby sister. You can't just leave me homeless.
You're not homeless, Brandy. You're irresponsible. There's a difference.
Whatever. You're just mad because I used to mess with your stuff all the time. Water under the bridge, bro. Forgive and forget.
Forgive you for what? Let's see. Stealing my wallet, ruining my games, eating my food, wrecking my car keys. You want me to keep going, or are you feeling nostalgic yet?
OMG, lighten up. That was forever ago. I'm a totally new person now.
Yeah? New person who somehow got herself kicked out of her own house? Explain that one.
Ugh, it's not even my fault. Mom and Dad are just being totally unfair. They said I don't contribute anything and treat the house like a hotel and steal food and money when nobody's looking. Like, excuse me for having needs.
Sounds a lot like what you did to me, except now you burned through Mom and Dad too.
You're so judgmental. Seriously, I just needed a little help. Isn't that what family is supposed to do?
Family helps when you're actually trying to fix your life, not when you're treating everyone like a personal ATM.
OMG, you are so dramatic. It's not like I'm gonna stay forever, just until I get back on my feet.
Which, based on your track record, will be around never.
You're such a jerk. You think you're so much better than me just because you went to college?
No, Brandy. I think I'm better than you because I don't burn every bridge I walk across.
Whatever. You're not gonna leave me out in the cold. I know you're not that heartless.
You've mistaken family for free ride one too many times. You're not my problem anymore.
You can't just abandon me like this. What am I supposed to do? Live on the street like some stray dog?
Maybe you should have thought about that before you treated everyone like garbage.
I'm coming anyway. You can't stop me. I know exactly where you live, and you're not going to turn your own sister away when she's got nowhere else to go.
Try it, Brandy. See what happens. You think you're entitled to my life just because we share DNA?
I have nowhere else to go. You're just gonna let me starve to death out there all alone, aren't you? You're seriously that cold?
I'm not your safety net. You want to make it on your own? Figure it out like the rest of us had to.
You're cold and selfish. You just want me to starve to death out on the street all by myself while you sit in your cozy little apartment pretending I don't exist.
If you think setting boundaries is selfish, you're in for a rough life, Brandy. Grow up!
You'll regret this someday. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone, and you'll be all alone.
I'll take my chances. Good luck out there, Brandy. You're gonna need it a whole lot more than I do.
Than I expected. Seriously, I thought you'd be living in some gross dorm room with mold on the ceiling, but this is actually kind of cute.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I let myself in a couple hours ago. Your spare key was hidden under the mat, by the way. Might want to work on your security. Just saying.
You broke into my apartment?
Relax. It's not like I trashed anything. I'm just hanging out. Appreciating your cute little couch and your weirdly organized bookshelf. You're so OCD, it's hilarious.
Brandy, you have no right to be there! You can't just waltz into my life whenever you screw yours up! This isn't your place!
Oh, chill out. You weren't even using it. It was just sitting here all empty and lonely while you were off being mad at me. I'm giving it some love.
I'm 2 seconds away from calling the cops on you, Brandy! I swear to God!
Oh, please. You're not gonna rat out your own sister. You're too soft for that.
Soft? You literally broke into my place while I was out! I'm supposed to just be okay with that?
Jeez, dramatic much? I didn't break anything. I'm just borrowing your living room and your Wi-Fi. And okay, maybe a little bit of your food.
What food?
Relax, just a couple of things from the fridge. No biggie. I was starving.
What fridge did you eat from, Brandy? Be specific. Was it the silver one or the smaller white one shoved in the corner?
The little white one. The big fridge was locked for some reason. You should really label your stuff better, Nick.
Oh my God, you ate from the white fridge?
Yeah? Why are you freaking out? It's not like food goes bad that fast.
Brandy, that's not even my fridge! That fridge belonged to my old roommate, Alex! He moved out over a year ago!
Wait, what?
Yeah, he left the fridge here when he bailed on the lease. It's been unplugged since last summer. I only kept it because I didn't feel like hauling it downstairs.
You're lying. You're messing with me, right?
I wish I was, you 8-year-old abandoned food, Brandy.
No. That's not possible. It looked fine. There were sandwiches and stuff.
Those sandwiches were fossilized when Biden was still doing his inauguration speech. How could you not notice they smelled like death?
They didn't smell that bad. Maybe a little funky, but I thought it was just like hipster food or something.
Hipster food, Brandy! That wasn't hipster, that was a biohazard!
Oh my god. Oh my god. My stomach feels weird. Really weird. Like, not normal at all.
Yeah, no kidding! You probably just gave yourself the world's worst food poisoning! Congratulations, you absolute moron!
I feel awful. I'm gonna die, Nick. You're gonna feel so bad when I'm dead on your cute little couch.
First of all, if you puke on my couch, I'm sending your corpse a bill! Second, you broke into my place and poisoned yourself! This is officially the dumbest thing you've ever done, and that's saying something!
I'm serious, Nick. My stomach is doing flips. It feels like there's a demon and they're doing cartwheels.
Good! Maybe next time you'll think before you break into someone's house and chow down on year-old mystery meat!
Oh no! I think I'm gonna be sick. Like, really sick. Like, start writing my will sick.
You better not be sick all over my apartment! I'm warning you, Brandy!
You're so mean to me. I'm dying and you're yelling about your stupid couch?
You broke into my home, you raided a zombie fridge, you poisoned yourself! And somehow this is still my fault?
I didn't know, okay? I thought it was normal food.
In what world does a rock-hard sandwich and green yogurt seem normal to you?
I was hungry and desperate, okay? I didn't think about it.
Clearly, thinking's never really been your strong suit.
You're such a jerk, Nick. I'm literally dying over here.
You're not dying. You're learning a valuable life lesson. Next time, don't steal and don't break into places where you don't belong.
Ugh, I'm never gonna forgive you for this. If I die, it's going in my ghost diary that it was your fault.
Tell me that.
Nick, this is the worst I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally dying over here. You don't even care, do you?
Oh, I care. I care a lot. I care so much that I'm sitting here laughing so hard I almost pulled a muscle.
You're evil. Seriously. I'm your little sister, and you're just sitting there gloating while I'm curled up in a ball dying in your gross apartment.
Correction, you broke into my not gross apartment, raided a fridge that should have been condemned by the CDC, and now you're paying the price. I'm just enjoying the natural consequences.
My stomach is doing cartwheels. I swear I just heard it make a noise that sounded like a dying cat.
Nice! Maybe you'll start speaking fluent zombie by the time the cops show up.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, forgot to mention, I called the police about, the whole breaking and entering thing. They're on their way right now.
What? You didn't. Tell me you're joking, Nick.
Nope, dead serious. The next time you puke, it's gonna be in a cold, dark cell with a dozen hardened criminals.
Oh my God, Nick! You can't have me arrested. I'm your sister.
You're my criminal little sister who broke into my place and poisoned herself with relic food. Honestly, this whole thing is gonna make an amazing police report.
You are the worst. I hate you. I hate you so much right now.
The feeling's mutual, Brandy. But hey, maybe jail food will be fresher than what you found in that fridge.
I'm gonna be sick again just thinking about it. You're seriously just gonna let them come pick me up?
Pretty much. Hope you didn't leave any biological evidence in the living room. Might want to start flushing everything you can, like now.
Nick, you are such a jerk. I'm sick and miserable, and you're treating me like garbage.
Funny. Sounds a lot like how you treated everybody else your whole life. Karma's a beast, huh?
I'm never forgiving you for this. Never.
Good. I'll sleep a lot better knowing you're not sneaking into my fridge while I'm officially over. For now, anyway.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Ava, thank you so much for having me over today. It was nice seeing your new place. Good evening, Olivia. I honestly never imagined that in the first meeting with my brother's girlfriend, I would be showing off my new house, and to top it off, you'd be here too. I thought it was just going to be a casual thing, but look at this. Well, I'm glad I came. I was actually looking forward to meeting Nathan's sister, too. You know, the whole first-time meeting thing. It happens to everyone, right? There's no reason to make a big deal out of it. That's not quite what I meant, but whatever. By the way, though, I was thinking, you're still single, aren't you? At 30 years old? Yes, I'm still single. Is there something wrong with that? Well, it's just, I find it a bit strange. You're 30, you're single, and you bought a house? I mean, you have the money to buy a house, but for some reason you still can't seem to find a partner? You just gave up on marriage altogether? That kind of feels a little sad to me, don't you think? I don't really think being 30 and single is all that uncommon these days, though. But still, you bought a house as a single person. I mean, that's kind of unfair, don't you think? Unfair? Yeah, I can definitely smell something strange going on here. I just feel like someone more suitable should be the one living in that house, not someone who's single. Someone more suitable? Yeah, someone like me, of course. Nathan and I will get married and then we'll move into that house. What? You know, the house you bought? It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property, right? And it's near the station with a lovely garden. I mean, that's amazing, but honestly, it's just way too big to live in by yourself. It would be such a waste, right? So Nathan and I are planning to get married and we'll move in together. I'll be the one living there. You should just hand over the keys to me when the time comes. Oh, and don't worry about giving me a spare key, okay? I'll be living there, so I don't need one from you. I'm going to have to decline. What? Honestly, I didn't want to bring this up because it's so sudden, but the truth is, yes, I'm single, but I do have a fiancé. I won't be living there alone. Wait, what? The deed to the house is actually in both my name and my fiancé's name, so it's not just mine to decide what happens with. Oh, really? Ava, didn't you just earlier talk about how a single woman who couldn't get married ends up buying a house alone? And now you're saying you actually have a fiancé? That's a little hard to believe, don't you think? If you're going to lie, at least make it a little more believable. Honestly, I'm not buying it. You were pretty spot on with your assumptions, but it's clear that this part is just a fabrication. Don't twist what I said into something it wasn't. You're just making up a story now. Is that so? Well, even if it wasn't exactly what you said, I guess I wasn't that far off, was I? I think you should focus on packing your stuff instead of making excuses for yourself. I don't need to pack right now. Actually, this timing couldn't be better. The lease on my current apartment is up for renewal, so it's the perfect moment to move in. It's almost like fate. I didn't say you could just move in there. Oh wait, don't forget, Nathan still needs to propose to me. This conversation is completely going off track.
Ava, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, Martin, is there something wrong?
You seemed a little down today. You've been on such a high lately, ever since you bought the house you always dreamed of. It's been nothing but good vibes from you, and you were even bouncing off the walls for the past few days. But today, from the moment you arrived at work, you looked a little off. Even while you were working, you had this gloomy expression on your face. It was really noticeable.
Oh, really? Was I making that face?
Yeah, you definitely were. Honestly, I thought about coming over and asking if you were okay during work, but then I got caught up with a sudden urgent client matter, so I couldn't get the chance.
Sorry for worrying you. I guess I just had to focus on work today. I didn't mean to seem off, but there's a lot on my mind.
No, it's fine. It's just that I didn't see any mistakes in your work, so I wasn't really worried about that. But hey, I did hear you had your family over to see the new house yesterday. How did that go? Was everything okay?
Yeah, that's right. I invited my family over for the housewarming just to show them the new place. But for some reason, my brother's girlfriend showed up as well, and I wasn't expecting her.
Wait, Nathan's girlfriend?
Yeah, and when I asked Nathan about it, he told me that she works with him. Apparently, she's been asking him out for a while, even though he kept turning her down. Finally, he gave in and agreed to date her, and yesterday was their 6th day of dating. But it was my first time meeting her, and let's just say it didn't go as smoothly as I'd hoped. Honestly, I felt like I was talking to someone from another planet. It was like I was having a conversation with an alien, or at least that's what it felt like.
What happened exactly?
Well, she really seemed to like the house, a little too much, in fact. She kept saying, "I'll marry you and live here with you."
Wait, what?
I know, right? It made no sense, but that's exactly what she said, and she was so serious about it, too. She's like, "I think the house would be happier if I lived here." She was completely convinced that I shouldn't be living there, and she was determined to make it her place instead.
But why? What was her reasoning?
Apparently, in her mind, the only reason a 30-year-old woman would buy a house and still be single is that she's given up on marriage. She said that women in her situation, like me, are the ones who buy houses alone because they've accepted that they'll never get married. She said things like, "The house would be better off with me in it." Even when I tried to tell her I was engaged, she wouldn't believe me. She was absolutely certain that she was the one meant to live there, and she had already started making plans to move in. It was like she didn't hear anything I was saying. I hadn't even given her a key, but I was seriously worried that she'd just show up and try to move in without any permission or anything.
And Nathan? What'd he say?
Well, that's the problem. Nathan was sick at the time, and he was bedridden, so I didn't get the chance to talk to him about it. He had no idea what was going on. I couldn't even really explain it to him properly because he was too out of it.
I see. That's rough. I really wish I could have been there for the housewarming, but I ended up having to work overtime. I feel bad about it now. I would have liked to meet her and maybe have a word with her.
I understand. Work comes first. I know how it is. I just wasn't expecting things to go that way. I didn't expect it to escalate this much.
Well, you know what? From now on, I'm coming over and I'll be staying with you. I'll make it clear that I'm your fiancé, and I'll make sure she knows that this house is not for her. I'll stand my ground and say, I'm here with my fiancé and no one is taking over. If she's really that insistent, I'll make it crystal clear that she's not gonna get away with it.
What? You're really going to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. If she thinks she can just waltz in and take over, she's got another think coming. I'm not gonna let her try and take your house away. This is my fiancé's house, not yours. Well, jokes aside, though, I do think it might be helpful if I show up and make it clear I'm the actual fiancé. I'm gonna move in next month, and maybe that'll convince her to back off. If I show up in person, she might realize this isn't just some made-up story, and she might back down. At least I hope so.
That's actually a good idea. You're right, it might make a difference if you show up in person. She might back down once she realizes it's not some fake relationship.
How about this? I'll come over tomorrow after work. I know you're buried in overtime until the weekend, so I'll go first and help get things settled. How does that sound? I'll go ahead and take care of things until you can catch up.
That would be a huge help. If you don't mind, could you go ahead? I'd really appreciate it.
Got it. Consider it done. I'll be over there to make sure everything is okay. Ava! She's here!
What?
She's already moved in!
What? How did she get in without the keys?
I didn't have time to ask how she did it, but when I showed up, she tried to run off. I caught her, and honestly, I didn't know what else to do, so I ended up calling the police. I had to hand her over to them.
Oh my God, I didn't expect it to escalate this much.
Yeah, I didn't want it to get that far, but she was being so persistent. The police came without sirens, so there were no curious onlookers, but I still talked to the neighbors across the street and next door just to make sure they weren't confused about what was going on.
Thank you for doing all that. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's gonna be my place too, so I wanted to make sure things went smoothly. But hey, Nathan's sick, and you should probably fill him in on everything as soon as possible. He might not believe what's been happening, but it's better if he hears it from you directly.
Yeah, I know. I'll talk to him about it soon. Thanks again for stepping in. That was awful. What was that? I was just watching TV in my new house when this tough-looking old guy barged in and yelled, "Gola!" at me. And then they called the police. I ended up being dragged away in a police car. It was seriously the worst. You're the one who was trespassing, so what are you even saying? Don't forget that your parents had to beg and apologize so that you wouldn't be charged, okay? What the? I just thought I was the one most deserving to live in that new house, that's all. And that's exactly what you can't do. I heard you were sent back to your parents' house in the countryside after that. I tried to get Nathan to come help, but he refused. What was I supposed to do? By the way, who is that tough guy? He said his name was Martin? Martin is my fiancé, actually. What? He's also a senior at my workplace. That day I had to stay late, so I gave him the key and asked him to go ahead and head home. It turns out he showed up at the house and found you there, having just barged in. Wait, you're really engaged? For real? Martin, good morning.
Good morning, Ava.
Thanks again for handling Olivia's trespassing situation the other day.
You don't need to keep thanking me, Ava. I've already gotten the message loud and clear, so there's no need for more.
Yeah, well, actually I got a message from Olivia last night.
Wait, really? How does she still have the nerve to contact you? Is her skin made of steel or something?
Maybe. She didn't seem like she was reflecting on her actions at all.
Unbelievable. That's wild. And speaking of which, I still can't get over the first impression she left on me.
Right? She was just sitting there on the couch in the living room with boxes of stuff piled up at the entrance like she had moved in, as if she had every right to be there.
Oh, yeah. I remember. She was watching TV, holding a can of beer, and eating chicken, laughing like it was her home. It was like she thought she'd already won the place.
Maybe she thought she was celebrating with a little victory party since I finally got the house. Honestly, I couldn't care less at that point.
I was speechless when I saw the window leading to the garden all smashed up.
Yeah, me too. The idea that she thought it was fine to break the glass just to get in because she didn't have a key was chilling. I'm going to have to send her the bill for that glass replacement later on.
By the way, what did you do with all of her stuff? I noticed there were about 10 boxes sitting at the front door.
Oh, that. I asked my brother about it. He managed to get the address of her parents' house, and they told me I could send everything back by cash on delivery. So I shipped it all out the other day.
I heard she was sent back to her parents' place in the countryside, too.
Yeah, apparently her apartment here, where she was living alone, was already conveniently canceled. She had already gone ahead and filled out the paperwork as if she were moving into our new home. So it looks like she had no choice but to go back to her family house.
I guess she tried to turn to Nathan for support, but he turned her down too, huh?
Exactly. It seems like she thought she could rely on him, but he wasn't having any of it either. She's got nothing left to hold on to now. Why am I being asked for alimony? This doesn't make any sense. Didn't you get the message to go through a lawyer? But it doesn't make sense. The message about how you completely misunderstood and bashed me? What's that about? Huh? You spread lies about me on social media. You posted, "My boyfriend's sister is so desperate because she can't get married, so she bought a house instead. What a joke. LOL." You see, Nathan and I are twins. We've been in the same school from kindergarten through high school, so a lot of our local friends overlap. Because of that post, your friends who learned about your social media from Nathan thought that I had broken up with my fiancé, Martin. What? That's what happened because of that? Yes, and it caused a whole mess. There was even an ex of mine, someone I broke up with because he cheated, who started demanding I get back together. He even stalked me and waited for me at the nearest station. What? Luckily, Martin stepped in right away and explained the situation. He made sure to set things straight and intimidated him enough to get him to leave, so it was handled quickly. Oh, that scary-looking guy? Yeah, all of this has been causing a lot of trouble for the past few weeks. The alimony claim I'm making is because of that. Wait, you can really ask for alimony over something like that? You'd be surprised. It's clear you still haven't learned from this. But I could also file a criminal report if you want. Wait, no, please, I'll pay the alimony and I'll reflect on it. Then stop contacting me. It's extremely annoying. Oh, why is this happening? What's going to happen to me now? I was told by people around me that I should file a police report, but in the end, it was decided that I wouldn't do so. This decision didn't come easily, as the circumstances surrounding the situation were complex and involved many hidden layers, most of which I only learned about later. The turning point came when I had a conversation with Olivia's parents, and they revealed some of the behind-the-scenes details that I wasn't aware of. To my shock, I discovered that Olivia had been engaged to someone chosen by her parents. This wasn't a normal, voluntary engagement that Olivia had willingly agreed to, but an arranged one, designed according to her parents' wishes. And the more I learned about the situation, the more I realized how much Olivia detested it. Apparently, Olivia had absolutely no desire to marry this man. She found the engagement repulsive, and she despised everything about it. She felt trapped, suffocated by her parents' decisions, which seemed to control every aspect of her life. Unable to bear the thought of being stuck in an arranged marriage she didn't want, Olivia decided to take drastic action. She left home and came to the city, almost as if running away, seeking some form of freedom from the pressure she'd been living under. Her departure from home was not just a simple move, it was more like an escape. She had been pushed to the brink, and this was her way of trying to break free from the expectations and control her parents had over her. It was as if she was trying to carve out a space for herself, away from the demands that had been placed on her. But while Olivia thought she had gained some freedom, her parents were having none of it. They were insistent that she should return and honor the engagement, even though she had no desire to do so. In fact, Olivia's parents were concerned about the way her rebellious behavior could reflect poorly on their family, particularly in the eyes of society. They didn't want to see their daughter's character tarnished, especially before she got married. They felt that if Olivia went against their wishes, it would somehow stain her reputation before she even stepped into her role as a wife. Their focus wasn't on Olivia's happiness or well-being, but on maintaining a certain image for their family. In their eyes, a marriage arranged in this way, regardless of Olivia's personal feelings, was the best course of action for both her and them. So, to make sure she adhered to their plans, Olivia's parents took measures to ensure that she would never return to me or my family. They presented us with a document, a formal agreement, that explicitly stated that Olivia and her family would cut ties with us and that Olivia would never again approach me or anyone related to me. In exchange for this, they promised a settlement. It wasn't just any settlement, it was a sum of money significantly higher than what one would expect in these kinds of cases. A sum that was meant to compensate for the inconvenience and emotional toll the whole situation had caused. It was an offer that seemed, at least on the surface, to bring closure to the matter. They were trying to buy peace, offering this hefty amount of compensation in exchange for cutting all ties with Olivia. The settlement was designed to silence any further attempts at contact, and Olivia's parents made it clear that they wanted to ensure that their daughter's future would go ahead as planned, no matter the cost. Despite the money and legal agreements, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was a hollow resolution. It felt like a situation where Olivia's freedom and happiness had been sacrificed in exchange for a smooth, quiet life for her parents. This was not the resolution I had hoped for. I couldn't help but feel sorry for Olivia, whose life had been decided for her in ways that she never consented to. However, the story doesn't end there. A few days later, I stumbled upon some additional information that painted an even darker picture of Olivia's situation. I learned, almost by chance, that the man she was engaged to wasn't who he appeared to be. In fact, he was deeply in debt, far more than anyone had originally suspected. His financial situation was a mess, and it seemed that his only interest in marrying Olivia was to gain access to someone who could earn money and help him pay off his mounting debts. The more I heard about this man, the more disturbed I became. It wasn't just that Olivia's parents had chosen him for her, it was the fact that he was financially irresponsible and had taken on massive debts, which had apparently led to his search for a young woman who could provide some kind of financial support. Olivia, unfortunately, seemed to be caught in a situation where her parents had thought they were protecting her, but in reality, they were making a decision that would only entrench her further into a life she didn't want. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of life Olivia was walking into, considering the financial instability of her future husband. It was clear that this wasn't a partnership based on love or mutual respect. It was a transaction, one that revolved around money and power, not emotions or personal desires. The worst part was that Olivia had no say in this arrangement. Her voice had been drowned out by the choices made for her by her parents and her fiancé. Even worse, as I learned more about the situation, it became evident that Olivia was likely being pushed into work that she hadn't chosen for herself. I don't want to speculate too much, but given the circumstances and the kind of person her fiancé appeared to be, it was hard not to think that Olivia might be forced into doing things she wasn't comfortable with. Thought of it was chilling, and I could only hope that she wasn't subjugated to any kind of exploitation or mistreatment. All of this made me question the extent to which Olivia's parents were truly acting in her best interests. Were they really trying to protect her, or were they simply looking out for themselves, ensuring that their daughter would fulfill a role that they had already decided for her? The more I thought about it, the more I realized how deeply ingrained these patterns of control and manipulation were in her life. In the end, I couldn't help but feel sympathy for Olivia. She had been caught in a web of expectations, debt, and obligations, and her own desires had been silenced by the pressure of those around her. It wasn't just about the arranged marriage, it was about the lack of agency she had in her own life. Everything had been decided for her, and she had been pushed into a future she never asked for. I couldn't change her situation, though. All I could do was hope that someday Olivia would find the strength to break free from these constraints, to reclaim her life and her voice. Until then, it seemed like her path was set, and there was nothing more I could do to help her. But deep down, I wanted to believe that she could find a way out, that she could escape the life that had been forced on her and create her own future on her own terms. If only she could see that there was more to life than following the path others had laid out for her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next video. Hey Samuel, I just got home, and why are all my things packed up in a box? I didn't hear anything about moving. I was in the hospital due to a high-risk pregnancy. Can you explain what's going on?
Chiara, you're the only one moving out.
Wait, what do you mean? Why am I the only one moving?
I decided to keep the apartment for my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? What are you talking about?
Her name is Caddy, and she's 19 years old.
19? Are you serious? So while I was in the hospital, you were having sleepovers with someone else? She stayed over, and now she wants to live here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. She loved the view from this high-rise tower apartment so much after spending time here that she said she wanted to live here.
Wait a minute, you've already arranged for a moving company? When are they coming?
Yeah, I set it up. They should be here soon.
So let me get this straight. You've brought your girlfriend into our home? That is unbelievable.
Hey, don't interrupt me while I'm talking.
You don't get to tell me to be quiet when I'm hearing something I can't just ignore. This is a huge deal for us as a couple.
Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm living here with my girlfriend now. You need to leave immediately. Until you move out, I'm gonna stay in a business hotel.
So this means you're planning to divorce me?
Yeah, I guess that's what it comes down to. So please, just go ahead and file for divorce.
You think it's that simple? I am pregnant with your child. I just got out of the hospital after a serious health scare, and you're telling me that you've been cheating on me and now you want me to move out? What is this?
That's not like I wanted to hurt you, but I'd rather live with Caddy than with you. So just hurry up and get out. If you don't leave, Caddy won't be able to move in.
You see me as just a problem to be solved? You think I'm just in the way of your happiness?
Yes, that's right. You're just an obstacle standing in the way of our love.
All right. I see how it is. The obstacle will be out of your way then.
Wait, you're actually agreeing to this?
What do you think I'm supposed to do? You want me to stick around while you're making plans for your new life with someone else?
About the divorce papers, what are you gonna do?
From the sounds of it, you haven't even prepared them. Is that right?
Oh, well, just write your name on them and leave them in the mailbox. I'll fill out my part and submit them to the office. I also need to pick up the marriage certificate with Caddy.
I see. Sounds like you've thought all this through. The movers are here, I guess?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should let Caddy know right away.
Just so you know, I'm not going to be the one who's left without consequences. You're about to find out just how serious this all is.
Caddy! Starting tomorrow, my wife is officially moving out so we can finally live together in the tower apartment.
Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing!
I made sure to clear out my wife's room completely so it's all ready for you.
Thank you so much. I asked for that room and you made it happen so quickly.
You want me to help you with your packing?
No, that's okay. I'm in the final stages of getting everything sorted. Actually, I might have already canceled my lease on my current apartment, so I'm fully committed to moving.
Wow, that's really fast.
I just can't wait to move into your tower apartment.
Oh, Caddy, you really care about me that much?
Of course, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll show up bright and early tomorrow morning to surprise you.
Sounds great. I guess that means I should take a day off work so I could be there to welcome you.
Wow, you're really going to take a day off just for me? Oh, that's so sweet. Once I arrive, we can have some fun in that amazing room with the stunning view. I can't wait to cuddle up with you there.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see you. I'm really excited about you moving in and all the time we'll get to spend together.
I've been dreaming about this day. The thought of living together, waking up next to you every morning, it's just so perfect.
And I promise to make sure you have everything you need to feel at home. I want you to love living here as much as I do.
I'm sure I will. Just being with you makes me feel so happy. I can already picture us decorating the place together, filling it with our memories.
Exactly. We can create our own little world. Plus, I think the view from the apartment will be a perfect backdrop for our new life together.
Yes, I can't wait to see that view every day. It's going to be our special place.
I'll be counting down the hours until you arrive. It feels like a dream come true.
Me too. Tomorrow's going to be the start of something amazing for us.
I'm so ready for this new chapter in our lives. See you in the morning.
See you soon. I'm counting down the minutes.
You know, living with the person you love and being able to be affectionate all the time is just the best. I've been using up all my remaining paid leave from work just to spend time with Caddy and enjoy being together.
Samuel, you've been off work for 2 whole weeks now.
Well, I properly requested the time off, so what's the big deal?
I suppose that's true, but I was just about to reach out to you.
Oh, what's up?
Have you submitted the divorce papers I sent you? You know, the ones you were supposed to file with the office?
Wait, what?
You remember the letter I included with the divorce papers? It said, please let me know once you've submitted them to the office.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
What do you mean, you haven't submitted them yet?
I got so caught up in being affectionate with Caddy that I completely lost track of it.
What kind of ridiculous excuse is that? Seriously.
Actually, since Caddy moved into the tower apartment, I haven't even stepped outside once. I've been too busy enjoying my time with her.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. After all that pushing to get it done, you've really let it slip your mind? It's just unbelievable.
Well, just come by and pick it up then.
What? You want me to come over right now?
Yeah, I really don't want to be apart from Caddy for even a second right now.
I just got out of the hospital after being in for a high-risk pregnancy, right? You can't just expect me to handle all this. I'm already overwhelmed with the stress from your cheating and the divorce. Now you want me to deal with moving on top of that? Please, don't add any more stress to my plate.
What's the matter? Are you not going to come get it? Because if you don't, you won't be able to get divorced. Are you okay with that?
That's not something you should be saying. You are seriously out of your mind.
So are you coming to get the papers or not?
Oh, wait a second. It doesn't have to be me who picks them up, does it?
I guess it doesn't have to be you.
In that case, there's someone perfect who can go there soon. You can just give the papers to them.
Oh, really? That sounds good. And I just got a message from Caddy asking for our 3rd round of affection today, so I have to go.
Wow, it's like you're completely obsessed. I can't even process how you've turned into this person.
What can I say? It's just been so nice spending time with her that I'm kind of in a daze right now. It's hard to focus on anything else. Hey, Chiara, what's this about alimony and child support? You're seriously asking for alimony from Caddy, too?
You've heard all about it from your lawyer, haven't you?
No matter how much I hear, I can't accept it. I know you're jealous of the love that Caddy and I share, but this is just pathetic.
Oh, come on. The common understanding is that the person who cheated has to pay alimony to the person who was cheated on. And it's also completely reasonable for child support to be paid when a divorce occurs. That's just how it works.
Caddy and I are genuinely in love. At this point, you're the one who's become my cheating partner, so if anyone should be paying alimony, it should be you.
Just so you know, the lawyer is still here.
Yeah, I know. He just went to the restroom and is currently texting me.
Listen, you two seem to be living in some kind of fantasy world, completely unaware of your current situation. I've actually asked the lawyer to explain everything to you in detail until you finally understand.
What?
You're eager to marry your beloved Katie, right? Then you need to settle your responsibilities properly for betraying me. Get this sorted out cleanly and quickly.
But I never thought it would cost this much to get a divorce.
It's ridiculous that you're whining about something that is completely normal when getting divorced.
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying you need to take responsibility for your actions without making a fuss. It's really not that hard to understand.
All I want is to marry Caddy.
You need to accept the reality that you're trying to throw away something that is much more significant than just me.
What do you mean?
What you're trying to throw away isn't just me. You're also trying to abandon our child who is about to be born. That's the lowest thing a father can do, and you should never forget that.
I didn't mean to.
You need to face the truth. Being a father means taking responsibility for your actions, even if it's hard. You're choosing to prioritize your relationship with Katie over your own child and me. That's an awful decision.
But I thought we could figure something out.
Figuring something out means facing the consequences of your actions. You can't just run away from your responsibilities because you've found someone new. It doesn't work that way.
It's just so complicated.
Life is complicated, but that doesn't excuse abandoning your responsibilities. I want you to think deeply about what you're doing. Once you're a parent, your priorities change. You need to understand the weight of your decisions.
I know, but...
No buts. Just think about what it means to be a father and to be a decent human being. Your actions have consequences, and it's time to face them. I've transferred the alimony and child support. You don't need to keep contacting me about it. I've been informed through my lawyer.
Damn it! I ended up borrowing money from my parents because of this.
Your parents told me they apologized for you. They even took money from their hard-earned retirement savings to help you out. On top of that, they had to cover the costs for your cheating partner as well. You better make sure you pay them back.
Well, it's not like I have no means to pay them back, so I guess it's fine. I just thought it would be difficult to gather the money by the payment deadline, so I had no choice but to take out a loan temporarily.
Oh, is that so?
I'm planning to talk to Caddy about this, but I think I'm going to put the tower apartment up for sale.
Wait, what?
Even though it's a used property, the higher floors of the tower should fetch a decent price. If all goes well, I might be able to pay off the debt and even have some left over.
Have you lost your mind?
What do you mean?
That apartment is a rental, you know.
Huh? They have rentals in a tower like that?
Of course they do. Why do you think you've been living there all this time?
I thought you could only buy apartments in a tower. I assumed you bought it, and that since we got married, it would automatically belong to me as your husband.
How could you have such mistaken belief?
Wait, what? Why did I think that?
You always act on your baseless assumptions and unreliable instincts. Anyway, it's a rental. Plus, it's in my name.
What?
You moved into the apartment I was living in before we got married. That means you don't have any right to sell it. And since we're getting a divorce, you can't live there anymore either.
Wait!
Well, you could continue living there if you change the lease into your name.
But by the way, how much is the rent?
It's $5,200 a month.
5,200? That's almost 3 times my monthly income. There's no way I can afford that.
You haven't forgotten that I run a business with my best friend, right? Sure, I'm on maternity leave right now, but I have enough income to cover the rent on my own.
Wait, what? You had a baby?
I should mention that I successfully gave birth 3 days ago.
Oh.
But don't think you'll have any visitation rights. Once the child grows up, don't try to get involved in their life.
Hey, Chiara, we should really reconsider this divorce.
What?
You're leaving me without a place to live.
Well, I canceled the lease on that apartment.
What? Why would you do that? We're not officially divorced yet. You can't just make that decision.
Actually, we are divorced. I intended to submit the divorce papers as soon as I confirmed the transfer of alimony and child support. Now that I have confirmation, my mom went to the office on my behalf to submit the divorce papers.
You just did that?
Yes, I just got the notification that our divorce was finalized about 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago?
So as of now, we are no longer together. There's still a month before the move-out date for the tower apartment, but you have no right to stay there now that we're no longer a couple. You have to leave within 3 days.
What? How can you say that?
I've already explained the situation to the management company. If you don't vacate the premises within 3 days, they will call the police.
The police?
If you understand, then please hurry up and leave.
But what am I supposed to tell Caddy?
That's not my problem.
Damn it! Caddy, I can't believe you're just gone when I woke up this morning. That note about breaking up was just a joke, right?
Shut up, you old man!
Wait, what?
I was so excited to finally be living in the tower apartment, but then I find out it's actually in your ex-wife's name. And on top of that, your income is only a third of hers because you're just a temp. How can you not even know that as her husband? Your head is way too empty.
Caddy, you sound like a completely different person.
This is just who I am, after all. You're broke, and you have no place to live, and you don't have enough brains to deal with anything, you loser. I've got nothing to gain from a middle-aged guy who's got absolutely nothing going for him. Just for a brief moment, you should feel grateful that you had any relationship with a young and cute 19-year-old like me. Anyway, see you.
You're not getting away from me. There's no way I'm letting you escape.
Although he sometimes seemed a bit lacking in intelligence, there was something endearing about that. There was indeed a time when I had such thoughts about my ex-husband. I would find myself chuckling at his antics, believing that his innocent blunders added a certain charm to our relationship. At that moment, it was easy to overlook his shortcomings, focusing instead on the warmth he brought to my life. This must be what they call the love filter. It's terrifying to realize how love can distort our perceptions, blinding us to the flaws that ultimately become unbearable. Speaking of terrifying, the aftermath of our relationship unfolded like a nightmare. Just as it is often said that the end of financial support leads to the end of relationships, Samuel was unceremoniously dumped by Katie when the money ran out. It was a classic case of when the well runs dry, so does the love. However, what transpired next was beyond anyone's imagination. Simultaneously with his departure from their luxury apartment, he managed to morph into a stalker. The verbal abuse he unleashed during their breakup was so severe that, ironically, it seemed to ignite a twisted passion in his heart for Katie. It was as if those hateful words fueled his obsession rather than scaring him off. The cruelty of their parting left scars on both of them, but for Samuel, it seemed to morph into an unhealthy fixation on what he had lost. No matter how hard Katie tried to escape from him, Samuel would somehow appear out of nowhere like a ghost from her past. Sometimes he would look at her with a resentful gaze filled with an unspoken bitterness and anger. Other times he would show up with a creepy, overly cheerful grin that sent chills down her spine. His demeanor almost unsettlingly enthusiastic in the midst of his desperation. It was a jarring contrast, making Katie question his mental state even further. Even Katie, who had always been resilient and strong-willed, appeared to be significantly affected by the situation. The relentless nature of Samuel's pursuit seemed to take a toll on her mental state. It was like watching someone being slowly worn down by the relentless waves of an unyielding sea. The pressure just kept building, and she seemed to be reaching her breaking point. The psychological warfare he waged was exhausting, leaving her in a constant state of anxiety. Currently, it seems that both of them are undergoing treatment in separate hospitals, far from one another. It's as if they're each battling their own demons in isolation, perhaps trying to escape the tangled mess of their shared history. There's a cruel irony in their situation, as both are dealing with the consequences of their choices, but in vastly different ways. Each hospital room tells a story of regret, pain, and the desperate search for redemption. In retrospect, the relationship had always been a roller coaster ride. From the beginning, it was marked by highs and lows, laughter and tears. At first glance, they appeared to be the perfect couple, dazzling in their shared experiences and affection. They traveled to exotic locations, shared romantic dinners, and painted a picture of bliss that everyone envied. Yet, as the initial allure faded, the cracks began to show. Samuel's behavior shifted from charming to possessive, and Katie found herself walking on eggshells, unsure of what would set him off. Initially, their shared life in the luxury high-rise was filled with dreams and aspirations. They hosted lavish parties, inviting friends and acquaintances to showcase their successful life. However, the glamour began to dim as financial strains became apparent. Samuel's job was not as stable as he had portrayed, and Katie's once thriving career faced unforeseen setbacks. The glitzy lifestyle they had created began to slip through their fingers like sand, and the cracks in their relationship widened. As the money began to dwindle, so too did the affection between them. It was as if the wealth had acted as a glue, holding their relationship together, and when that glue began to weaken, the underlying issues bubbled to the surface. The tension escalated, culminating in an explosive arguments that would leave them both feeling empty and drained. Each argument chipped away at the foundation of their love, and resentment began to fester. The final straw came one fateful evening. They had been out to dinner, and the conversation took a turn for the worse. What started as a casual discussion about finances quickly escalated into a full-blown shouting match. Harsh words were exchanged, and amidst the chaos, Samuel hurled insults at Katie that were not only cruel but deeply personal. The wounds inflicted during that fight were deep, and they resonated long after the dust had settled. In that moment, something in her snapped. Katie had always been a fierce and independent woman, but in that heated moment, she realized she could no longer endure the emotional torment. She left the restaurant in tears, her heart heavy with the weight of the relationship's demise. Samuel, in his rage, did not follow her immediately, but instead sat there, simmering in his anger, allowing the reality of their situation to sink in. As days turned into weeks, Katie tried to move on. She packed her belongings and found a new place to live, far away from the memories of their life together. Yet no matter how hard she tried, Samuel's shadow loomed over her. He would call, text, and occasionally show up at her new apartment, each time with an increasingly desperate demeanor. The emotional turbulence of their breakup manifested in Samuel's behavior, and it was clear that he was spiraling out of control. For Katie, the freedom she had longed for became a prison of fear. Every noise in the night sent her heart racing, and the once comfortable sanctuary of her new home felt like a trap. The moments she had once enjoyed alone now felt suffocating, and the weight of her past loomed over her like a dark cloud. She had wanted to be free, but the very person she had tried to escape was now haunting her thoughts, turning her world upside down. The cycle of harassment escalated. Samuel's visits became more erratic. Sometimes he would appear with gifts, trying to win her back with grand gestures that only seemed more pathetic. "Look at what I brought you," he would exclaim, holding out an extravagant bouquet of flowers or a fancy dinner reservation, desperately attempting to rekindle the flames of their past. Other times, he would confront her with accusations and fear, his eyes wide with desperation. It was a terrifying juxtaposition, and Katie felt trapped in a horror movie with no way to escape. Katie soon realized that she needed to take drastic measures to protect herself. After consulting with friends and family, she made the difficult decision to seek a restraining order against him. It was a painful step, but it was necessary for her safety. She gathered her strength and recounted her experiences to the authorities, feeling both empowered and terrified. Each recounting of the harassment brought back waves of trauma, but she knew it was a necessary step in reclaiming her life. However, even with the restraining order in place, the fear lingered like a dark shadow. Samuel, feeling cornered and rejected, became more unpredictable. His obsession intensified, and Katie often found herself looking over her shoulder, anxious at every unfamiliar sound. She invested in security measures, installing cameras and an alarm system, but nothing could fully alleviate the sense of dread that followed her. The situation took an even darker turn when she learned that Samuel had been stalking her online. He would create false profiles on social media to follow her, keeping tabs on her every move. It felt like he was invading her life even more, and she was powerless to stop it. Each new alert on her phone sent her heart racing, a reminder that she could never truly escape him. The digital age had made it easier for him to stalk her from the shadows, further complicating her ability to find solace. Eventually, both of them reached a breaking point. The emotional turmoil and the weight of their past began to manifest physically. Katie found herself struggling with anxiety and insomnia, while Samuel's mental health deteriorated to the point where he was hospitalized. The news of his hospitalization reached Katie through mutual friends, a bittersweet piece of information that left her with mixed feelings and nothing more.
Hey, Sienna, today was Kimmy's university graduation ceremony, wasn't it?
Yes, it should be over by now, I think. She mentioned she'd be going out for a karaoke party with her friends to celebrate, so she'll be back late.
I see. You're staying home, right?
Well, for now, yes, I'm at home.
Anyway, I'll be coming home early today. There's something important I need to talk to you about, so make sure you're there.
What is this all about?
I'll explain it in person when I get there. I also have something to give you.
All right, I understand.
Mom, sorry for the late update. The graduation ceremony went smoothly, and I just arrived at a karaoke place with my university friends.
Good job, Kimmy. What time do you think you'll be back?
Let's see. We booked the karaoke for a 2-hour session, but we might extend it, so I'd say it'll definitely be after 9 p.m.
Do you need me to pick you up? Are you sure you know the way back?
No worries. A friend who knows our situation is heading in the same direction, so we decided to share a taxi. As long as I give the driver the address, it'll be fine. Besides, you're busy tonight, aren't you? I can handle myself, so don't worry about me and focus on your stuff.
All right, I got it, thanks.
By the way, how's everything going on your end?
Well, you know, your dad called and said he has something to discuss when he gets back. I mean, I have a good idea of what it's about, but it's just such a hassle.
Oh, yeah, I get that. But hey, maybe it's a good thing. Saves you the trouble in a way, right?
True. I'll try to look at it positively. Anyway, take care on your way home.
Will do.
Sienna? Don't you dare let your anger get the best of you and tear up that document I just gave you.
The divorce papers, you mean? The ones with your name already neatly filled in? So what's the deal? You come home, shove the divorce papers at me, and walk right back out without saying a word. Weren't you going to explain this to me in person?
I decided to convey it through a message instead. Here it is, I'm saying it now.
All right. I got the gist from the divorce papers, but what is it you want to say?
Divorce me, please. Just set me free.
Set you free? What exactly do you mean by that?
Kimmy is graduating from university today, right? And after the ceremony, she's heading straight to the apartment where she'll be living on her own, isn't she?
That's correct. And?
Kimmy becoming an independent adult means that my duties as a parent are complete. Now that she's moving out, there's nothing left for me to do, is there?
Well, I wouldn't say there's nothing left, but I'll agree it marks a major milestone.
Exactly. But when I thought about what comes next, working day in and day out just to support you as you grow older and frankly become an old hag, I couldn't help but feel this overwhelming sense of emptiness about my future.
You do realize you're getting older too, right?
This isn't about me. Look, I'll be blunt. The idea of spending the rest of my life alone with you, just the two of us, makes me feel completely deflated. I've had enough. I want to be free. I want to be released from all these obligations as a parent and a husband. In other words, Kimmy is moving out so you can stop being a mother too. Just disappear from my life already.
Oh, really? Well, whether or not I stop being a mother is my decision to make, not yours.
That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm telling you, I've lost all interest in you. I don't care about an old hag who's completely useless to me.
Oh, I see. This must be about that cute young coworker you mentioned at your job. Well, feel free to get all excited about her, but let me tell you, it's definitely a delusion. You're just making a fool of yourself, and you should consider both her feelings and your age before getting carried away.
I'm not saying I'm planning to do anything with her.
Really?
Just divorce me already and get out!
All right. Honestly, I've been thinking about divorcing you for a long time now because of these exact behaviors of yours.
Wait, what?
Oh, and by the way, the moving company will be here in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? What do you mean 5 minutes?
Well, while we've been having this little chat, I got a notification from the movers saying they're almost here. It's late, so there's a surcharge for the nighttime service, but they were willing to accommodate my request. I wanted to get this over with as soon as possible, so I scheduled it for tonight.
Wait, what?
Thanks for everything up until now.
Hold on, are you saying you've already packed up and prepared to move out?
Oh, and thanks for the divorce papers, too. You saved me the trouble of having to prepare them myself. I'll drop them off at the city office's night reception desk before the end of the day.
Wait a second!
Oh, one more thing. This is important.
What is it?
This house is set to be demolished.
What? What are you talking about? You didn't even consult me about this? How can the owner decide something like that without my approval?
Excuse me? What are you even saying? The landlord is my brother, remember?
Wait, what?
Do I need to remind you? For the past 20 years, my brother let us rent this place at a ridiculously low rate. It was sitting vacant while his family was overseas for an extended period. He figured it would be better for someone to live in it than let it go to waste.
Oh, right.
Now that my brother's family's wrapping up their time abroad and coming back to the U.S., they've decided to rebuild the house. It's old and in poor condition, so it's time to tear it down. The rental agreement ends at the end of next month.
What the hell?
Anyway, the movers are here now. Bye.
Wait, what's going on? What am I supposed to do now?
Mom, the karaoke competition is over, so I'm about to hop in a taxi and head to my new place.
All right, well, be careful on your way.
By the way, during karaoke, Dad kept calling me over and over. The number of missed calls was insane.
You didn't pick up?
I was too busy singing to even notice. Oh, and he sent a text message at the end. He was like, "Your mom left. She's going to divorce me. Help me."
Oh my. The nerve of him, especially after handing me the divorce papers himself. Unbelievable.
Anyway, I did leave him on red and didn't reply.
Good call. Oh, just so you know, the divorce papers have already been submitted to the night reception desk at City Hall.
Got it.
All right, I'm going to start unpacking the basics.
You've already finished moving all your stuff?
Yes, I tried to minimize my belongings, and since it's only a 20-minute drive from the old house, it didn't take long.
Gotcha. Well, I'll see you later then.
All right, be safe.
Hey, Sienna, why haven't you come over yet?
Oh, it's been 2 months. What do you want?
I gave you my new address, didn't I?
Oh, that. You mean the random address you sent me about a month ago? Honestly, I wasn't sure what you were trying to achieve with that. So what exactly was the point?
Why haven't you come to do the housework?
Excuse me? Housework? Who's doing whose housework here?
Who else? You're supposed to do my housework, of course. Housework is a woman's job. My mom's in a nursing home, so there's no one else but you to handle it.
Are you even listening to yourself right now?
Unbelievable. You really don't get it, do you? We were married for 23 years. Even though I had to constantly criticize you for your incompetence, you still managed somehow. And now, just because we're divorced, you've suddenly forgotten everything? I'll retrain you if I have to. Starting tomorrow, I expect you here every day.
Wow. Are you feeling okay, like mentally?
What?
Asking your ex-wife, an entirely unrelated person now, to come do housework for your home? Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds?
What are you talking about?
And retrain me? Oh, that's one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard. Let me remind you, when we were married, despite us both working full-time jobs, you dumped all the housework and childcare on me while you sat back and criticized everything I did. You were the textbook definition of all talk, no action. And you think you were in any position to critique me?
Who are you calling useless? I told you before, housework is a woman's job.
Well, even if that's your twisted belief, you don't go asking a stranger to do your housework, do you?
But you're not a stranger. You were my wife.
Was your wife, past tense. Now I'm your ex-wife, which makes me just another person in the world. If a stranger is going to do housework for you, it's usually because they're a professional housekeeper or part of a cleaning service. That's literally their job. And let me make this crystal clear, I am neither your housekeeper nor your servant. I have no obligation or intention to do anything for you.
Fine. If that's the way it's gonna be, I'll just ask Kimmy instead. As her father, I'll tell her it's part of her training to be a proper wife someday. She'll jump at the opportunity, thinking it's a good life lesson.
Yeah, good luck with that. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Kimmy, I have a favor to ask.
No.
Ah! Wait, hold on. I haven't even finished saying anything yet.
I'm guessing it's something like, as my daughter, you should come over and help me with housework, right? But that's impossible.
Why is that?
Well, since Mom isn't here anymore, the only person who can do the housework is me, your daughter. But it's your responsibility. Why don't you just take care of it yourself?
No, housework is a woman's job. It's simple, really.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Are you really saying that housework is only for women?
Listen, one day you'll get married, and when you do, you don't want your husband to think you can't even handle basic housework, right? That's why you need to learn it now. It's your responsibility, and you should take it seriously.
I already know how to do it just fine. You don't have to tell me what to do.
Oh, really? If that's the case, then starting tomorrow, I expect you to come over and handle the housework. That shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'm saying no. Do you even remember that I'm an adult now and have my own life to take care of?
It's not that big of a deal. You could just swing by after work, do a bit of cleaning, prepare a meal for me. The apartment I'm living in now is just one bedroom and the dining room and kitchen, so it's smaller and easier to clean. Plus, cooking for just me won't take that long, and it's not nearly as difficult as when we lived in a big house before.
If you think it's so easy, then why don't you do it yourself?
Well, that's because I don't have time for it. And besides, it's not as easy as you think.
And yet you think I should just drop everything and help you? It's physically impossible.
Physically impossible? What do you mean by that?
The thing is, the company's new employee training is almost over, and I've been assigned to a branch office in a completely different region. So I'm going to be moving far away soon.
Wait, didn't you just start living alone in that apartment near your work?
That was only temporary. The company provided it for me as an accommodation during my training period. But now that my placement's been finalized, I'll be moving to a different city.
So, you're moving even farther away now?
Yes, that's right. And just so you know, I'm bringing Mom with me too.
What? Why are you taking Mom with you?
Well, Mom's job is working as a handmade artist, which means she can work from home. And since she's single now, she doesn't have to worry about finding a place to live, so it's easy for her to move. Plus, she doesn't mind at all.
I don't get it. Why does she have to go with you?
The main reason is that I don't want to be bothered by Dad asking me to get remarried or pressuring me to take care of him. It's easier to just take Mom along with me. That way I won't have to deal with any of his nonsense.
Wait a minute. No, that's not what I was saying.
Oh, so I'm right, huh?
No, that's not what I meant.
Anyway, we've made up our minds. We're not going to take care of you anymore. We've had enough of you, especially since you don't even appreciate the value of having someone to help with the housework. Neither Mom nor I will lift a finger for you anymore.
Kimmy! But at least, could you please help me out and clean up my place a bit? I don't even know how to take out the trash, and the place is such a mess that you can't even see the floor anymore.
Maybe you should just drown in your own pigsty forever. Goodbye.
It seems that my ex-husband's deeply ingrained belief that housework is a woman's job hasn't changed at all, even after our divorce. From what I've heard from a colleague of my ex-husband, someone I personally know well, it seems he's become quite unbearable. Apparently he's developed an odor that's hard to ignore. Whether it's because he hasn't been doing his laundry or if it's just his natural body odor due to aging, the result is the same. When you get too close to him, the stench is overwhelming. He apparently smells terrible, and it's gotten so bad that even his coworkers have started to notice. But that's not even the worst of it. It seems that he approached a young and beautiful female employee at his office with an inappropriate proposal. He tried to get her to become his housekeeper, thinking that she would take on the household responsibilities he was too lazy to manage. He persistently tried to pursue her, and this situation escalated into a huge issue at the company. The story that was shared with me went something like this. When his supervisor addressed the issue, my ex-husband's response was to blame his inability to keep his house in order on the fact that there was no one to do the laundry and no one to take out the trash. His supervisor, a man himself, was apparently taken aback by my ex-husband's comments. He looked at him with a stunned expression and said, "Why don't you do it yourself?" This reaction seemed to leave my ex-husband dumbfounded. He couldn't comprehend why anyone would think he was capable of doing these things himself. But the truth is, he never had to do them while we were married because he always expected me to take care of everything. As the situation at his job continued to unravel, it became apparent that my ex-husband's inability to adapt and learn how to take care of himself was becoming a serious problem, both at work and in his personal life. He had a long history of neglecting his responsibilities, and now this same neglect was affecting his professional reputation. His behavior, combined with a series of repeated mistakes, led to him being demoted and having his salary reduced. Word has started to spread that my ex-husband is now facing a recommendation for retirement, or, at the very least, a forced resignation. I have no idea how true those rumors are, but if they are, I can't say I'm too surprised. This is a man who has never truly grown up or taken responsibility for his actions. Instead of taking the initiative to learn new skills or adapt to his circumstances, he's always preferred to live in a fantasy where women, like myself, would just take care of everything for him. His inability to change or even to acknowledge that he has to take responsibility for his own life has led him to this point. I can't help but think that this is the outcome he deserves, though part of me is also slightly amused by how he's handling it. He seems so completely unaware of the reality of his situation. For someone who always wanted to appear as if he had everything under control, it's rather amusing to see him fail in such spectacular fashion. The man who used to criticize me for not doing enough in our marriage is now being confronted with the consequences of his actions, and it's clear he has no idea how to fix it. The whole situation has caused me to reflect on just how much he took me, and others, for granted during our marriage. His sense of entitlement, particularly towards household chores, was beyond belief. It wasn't just about laundry or cooking, it was about his expectation that I should shoulder all of the responsibilities that came with managing our home, without any real recognition of the hard work that went into it. He would always say that housework was a woman's job, as though that somehow justified his complete refusal to lift a finger. And even after everything that happened between us, he still seems to think this attitude is acceptable. But now, in his new predicament, he has no choice but to face the consequences of his outdated thinking. He's made mistakes at work, alienated people around him, and lost the respect of his peers, all because of his refusal to change. The reality he's been living in has finally caught up to him, and he's unable to adapt. He's so entrenched in his way of thinking that he doesn't even realize how ridiculous he looks to others. For someone who used to insist that he was right about everything, this is a significant blow to his ego. In some ways, it almost feels like poetic justice. He's always viewed himself as superior to those around him, especially me, simply because of his gender. Yet now he's the one facing ridicule and personal failure, while I'm moving on with my life. It's strange, though, because even though I've been through a lot because of him, I don't feel any sympathy for him now. If anything, I find myself feeling a sense of relief that I'm no longer involved in his mess. But what really gets to me is the fact that he still hasn't learned anything. His entire world seems to revolve around his own comfort, and he expects others to do the work for him. He never realized that in order to function in the world, you have to be self-sufficient. He's always depended on others to take care of him, whether it was his mother, his wife, or now some unsuspecting woman at his office. And when that support is pulled away, he has no idea how to cope. What's even more shocking is that even after all of this, he still can't understand why people are upset with him. His sense of entitlement has not waned. He hasn't stopped thinking that it's someone else's job to clean up his mess. This is the same man who for years would criticize me for the smallest things while never once lifting a finger to help. Now that he's on his own, he's unable to take care of the most basic tasks, and that's what led to the collapse of his career. As for me, I've moved on from all of this. I have no intention of helping him, nor do I feel any need to. I've been through enough, and he has made it clear that he is incapable of change. He's going to have to deal with the fallout on his own, and I won't be there to pick up the pieces. In the end, it's hard to feel sorry for someone who never took responsibility for their own actions. He had a chance to make things right, but he chose not to, and now he faces the consequences. I can only watch from the sidelines. It's his problem now, not mine, and I plan to keep it that way.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Melania. Hope this isn't a bad time. Just thought I'd check in real quick. Good evening, Sue. Not at all. What's going on? Nothing serious or anything. I just realized, isn't today exactly 1 month since you moved in? Oh, wow. Yes, I guess it is. I hadn't been keeping track. I have a good memory for these things. Anyway, congrats! A whole month in the gated community. How fancy. Thank you. It's been a big change, but we're all settling in well. I bet you are. I mean, this place is no joke. Most people can't even dream of moving in here, you know. We worked toward it for a long time. My husband and I had talked about finding a place like this for years. So, wait, do you guys own this house or are you renting? We bought it. It was a big decision, but we wanted to put down roots before our child started kindergarten. Wow, buying in here must have cost a fortune. Seriously, I heard just the entrance fee to the neighborhood association is outrageous. It wasn't easy, but we were lucky with the timing and the seller. We saved up for quite a while. Still impressive. Honestly, I always see you doing everything. School drop-offs, groceries, you name it. I don't think I've ever seen your husband. He works from home. He's usually pretty tied up with his projects, so I handle most of the errands. Oh, I see. So he's one of those stay-at-home laptop guys. Gotcha. He works in tech, mostly, freelance consulting and support. His schedule's unpredictable, but he stays busy. That explains why he's always holed up. I honestly thought maybe he was unemployed or taking a break or something. No, nothing like that. He just doesn't need to commute. Right. The remote work lifestyle must be nice. My ex used to say he worked from home, but mostly he just watched golf in his underwear. Well, my husband definitely keeps himself busy. Speaking of home stuff, my daughter said your kid mentioned something the other day. Something about a hot tub? Yes, we have one in the backyard. It came with the house, actually. What? Like an actual hot tub? Jets and bubbles and all that? Yes, I suppose so. It's a real one. That's so cool. I've literally never even seen one in person, let alone used one. Really? Yeah, I mean, come on, who actually owns one of those things? Only rich people in movies, right? You're basically living the dream. It's mostly my husband's thing. He likes to relax after work. I honestly haven't even used it myself. You haven't? Girl, if I had a hot tub, you'd never get me out of it. I'd be in there every night with a glass of wine. Yeah, I guess I'm more of a shower and done kind of person. Still, I'd love to see it sometime. I mean, just out of curiosity, I've always wondered what they look like up close. Oh, well, sure, maybe sometime. Really? Oh, that'd be amazing. You don't even know how rare this is around here. It's not much, but you're welcome to see it someday, I suppose. Yay! Actually, since your husband's the one who uses it, maybe he could show me how it works. You mean my husband? Yeah, like what the buttons do, how the settings work, that kind of thing. I'm sure he knows it way better than you do. I mean, maybe. I'd probably have to ask him first. Oh, of course. I wouldn't just barge in or anything. But hey, if he's around next time I stop by, maybe he could give me a little demo? I guess we'll see. He's usually working, so it might not be the best timing. No pressure or anything. I just think it'd be fun. A little tour. I promise I'm harmless. Right. You're such a sweetheart, Melania. I'm so glad you moved here. We're going to be such good friends. I just know it. Thanks. I hope so. Hey, Melania. Sorry to message this late, but there's something you really, really need to hear. Good evening, Sue. It's pretty late, yeah? What's going on? I wasn't going to say anything, but I ran into your husband recently. It was a total accident, I swear. Just one of those things. You ran into my husband? Where? At the convenience store. He was fixing himself a hot dog, earbuds in, humming along to the music. I tapped him on the shoulder and we started chatting. It was surprisingly natural. I see. Well, that's strange. He usually orders delivery when he's working late. Anyway, we totally hit it off. Like, the spark was absolutely instant. You could feel it. Sue, I think you're misreading something. He's friendly with everyone. We were laughing about the hot tub, remember? And guess what? He said I should try it out sometime. With him. Excuse me? Are you saying my husband invited you into our hot tub? Yep, he said he'd give me the full experience, whatever that means. Honestly, I have to say his invitation piqued my curiosity. That's absurd. He would never say something like that. Maybe you just don't know him as well as I do. People show different sides to different people, you know. Sue, let's not beat around the bush here. Are you actually suggesting that my husband is trying to start up an affair with you? Not yet, but it's headed that way. If the chemistry is good, we'll probably take an overnight trip. This isn't funny. You're saying things that could seriously damage a family's bonds. Oh, come on, don't be such a Debbie Downer. We're all adults here. Sometimes people connect. It's not cheating, it's fate. You're calling it fate? You're talking about my husband, my family. I mean, he lit up when he saw me. It's not something you fake, trust me. He probably just looked surprised because you ambushed him. Honestly, Melania, maybe it's time for you to move out. I've basically won already. Why drag it out? Won? Won what? This isn't a contest. You sound completely unhinged. I mean, you are genuinely telling me to just hand over my husband to you. You don't have a choice in the matter, Melania. I always get what I want. Always. And right now, I want him. You're living in a bizarre fantasy world. My husband would never cheat on me, especially not with someone who lives across the street. Go ahead and keep telling yourself that, but the romantic tension between us is out of this world. You can deny it all you want. I know what I felt. You felt something because you wanted to. He probably said 2 polite sentences and walked away. You should have seen his smile, the way he looked at me. He was clearly imagining all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't blame him. I looked fantastic in the outfit I had on that day. Sue, are you even listening to yourself? This sounds completely made up. Again, you can keep pretending that your husband is devoted to you and everything's going to be fine, but it won't change what's coming. What's coming is a serious boundary conversation. I've been tolerant until now, but this is harassment. You're just scared because you know I'm right. You see it too. He's slipping away. No, I see someone desperate for attention inventing a love story she was never part of. Keep laughing now, but don't cry later when he leaves. He's not going anywhere, and neither am I. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
You were home all day yesterday, right?
Yeah? Why?
You didn't go out for anything, not even a quick trip?
Nope. I didn't even eat lunch. I was buried in that deadline. You saw me, didn't you? I didn't move from my desk all day.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just needed to double check.
Why? Did something happen?
Have you ever talked to Sue? She's Lisa's mom from down the street.
Huh? Sue? Oh, is she the one with the really big curls and the designer stroller?
That's the one.
I mean, I've seen her at the school drop-off loop a couple times. We nodded once, I think. Maybe I said hi to her a couple times. That's about it. Why?
So you've never actually spoken to her, like a real conversation?
No, not unless you count hi as a conversation. Why do you ask?
She told me you two ran into each other recently.
She did? That's odd. When did that meeting supposedly happen?
She didn't give an exact day, just said you ran into each other. She claims you had some sort of moment.
Wait, what kind of moment?
She said you two hit it off, and there was a lot of talk about your hot tub. And then, brace yourself, she said you invited her to join you in it.
What?
She said you told her to come over when I'm out so the two of you could have the full experience together, whatever that means.
That's insane! That never happened!
I know, I told her it sounded ridiculous, but she was very confident.
Okay, now I'm actually disturbed. I swear to God, I've never even spoken a full sentence to that woman.
That's what I figured.
I'm telling you, I've said hi a couple times while dropping off the kids, that's it.
She also said that if your chemistry was good, the two of you would go on an overnight trip to a hot spring together.
What the hell?
She phrased it like a plan already in motion. Said it so casually, too, like it was set in stone.
She's delusional! I've literally never invited anyone anywhere, especially not her. Are you kidding me?
She seems to think you're in love with her.
Oh, for the love of God, what is that woman trying to do to me?
She told me I should pack my bags because you're basically hers now.
Melania, I don't even know this woman. I would never cheat on you. You know that, right?
Of course I do. You don't even leave the house. It seems to me that she's basing this on fantasy, and it's a really detailed one.
This is seriously creeping me out. Where is she getting this stuff?
I have no idea. But she said our daughter mentioned the hot tub to her kid, and from there she just spiraled.
So because a 4-year-old mentioned a hot tub, now I'm supposedly seducing her mother?
Apparently.
Wow.
Also, she told me, straight-faced, that it's true love and fate, so that means it's not really cheating.
I feel like just hearing this conversation secondhand is gonna give me an aneurysm.
I think she really believes it.
Unbelievable. What do the other parents say about her?
I haven't heard much. You?
Actually, yeah. A couple of the other dads told me to steer clear. Said she's always sniffing around guys who look like they've got money.
Seriously?
Yeah, I thought they were just exaggerating, but maybe not.
Wow. Well, it's safe to say that she's targeting you next. I think this whole thing was her way of laying groundwork.
For what? A fantasy hot tub romance?
Something like that. Maybe she thought I'd panic or give up.
She's messing with the wrong couple.
I know. Still, this kind of gossip can spread fast. We should be careful not to fan the flames.
Yeah. Any specific plan? What do you want me to do?
For now, I'll handle the drop-offs and errands. You just stay home and keep your head down. It's not a punishment. It's just safer. The less people see you, the harder it is for her to make up stories.
Good call. That would make it harder for her to spread more bizarre lies about me. Duh, I hate that we even have to think like this.
So do I, but I'm not going to let her twist reality. We'll stay one step ahead of her.
Okay, I trust you.
And I trust you. That's why this didn't shake me.
Considering a woman literally just came up to you and said she was having an affair with me, it means a lot to hear that.
Of course, we'll be fine. She's not going to get what she wants.
I still can't believe she actually said all that to you.
Right? And the way she said it was just so victorious. Like she thought I had already surrendered.
You? Surrender? Ha! She clearly doesn't know you very well.
No, but she's about to. Hey there, Melania. Would you like to know where I am right now? You might want to sit down for this, Melania. Hopefully it's somewhere very, very far away from here. Oh, it's far, all right. I'm at a luxury spa resort. It is a mountain view, a private spa, all the high-end touches, and your husband lying in bed beside me. Is that right? We just spent the entire evening in the hot tub, wrapped up in each other like we were the only two people. Sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. He kept saying things like, "With you, I can breathe again," and "You make me feel like myself." I didn't even have to pull it out of him. He just opened up. It was beautiful, raw, real. I'll alert the Academy Awards. He told me, and this is his exact wording, he's never had a connection like this. Not once. Not with you. Not with anyone. Only me. I see. And did he whisper that before or after dessert? You can make jokes all you want. It won't change the fact that I've already won. He said he's going to leave you. He said it like it was already decided. He just hasn't figured out how to tell you yet. This is just sheer bliss. I am finally getting the kind of man I have always deserved. You can say that again. He says he makes $15,000 a month. That's almost $200,000 a year. Do you have any idea what it's like to finally be chosen by someone successful? Someone who actually has something to offer? Can't say I do, no. I've spent years scraping by with men who couldn't afford to take me to a gas station snack aisle, but now I've got a man who knows how to treat a woman. So I'll let you keep your house, Melania. It's cute, but I'm keeping your husband. You're absolutely sure he's brought you to that resort? Of course I'm sure. How could I do all the things I just did to him without even knowing who he is? Great, then we should probably clear something up. There's something you should know before you embarrass yourself any further. My husband is sitting right next to me right now. Come on, Melania, you really don't need to keep pretending. I understand that this must be hard for you, but denial doesn't make it go away. He brought me here himself. He said he needed distance from all the noise, and from you. No, Sue, he never left the house. He's been here all day, chatting on the patio about lawn care with the neighbors and drinking the same lukewarm coffee. The person you're with right now is not my husband. That's ridiculous. I know for a fact that he's your husband. He said the hot tub came with your house. He described the layout, the fence, everything. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to accept that Frank is mine now. My husband's name isn't Frank, it's Steve. What? Frank lives 2 houses down. He also has a hot tub, and they got their fence done by the same contractor we did. He's tall, smug, always walking around with that fake designer belt like it means something. No, he told me he worked in tech. He said he has his own company. He said he made $15,000 a month. He makes $15,000 a year, not a month. That's barely enough to cover groceries, and you turned it into a fantasy about wealth and success. He doesn't have a company. He doesn't even have a job. His wife pays for everything, including the trip you're on right now. Wait, what do you mean his wife paid for it? I mean, she's sitting across from me in my living room, sipping tea and laughing about how accurate her suspicions were. She knew he was planning something the moment her credit card alert pinged. No, he told me I was different. He said I was the one. He tells every woman that, Sue. You didn't take anyone's husband. You just let the neighborhood fraud take you for a fool. Speaking of Frank, he's not welcome back at his own house. Not that he needed the reminder. His wife has already packed up his things and changed the locks. And while we're on the subject, Sue, do you know what she's considering right now? No. What are you talking about? She's thinking about suing you. Not for adultery, although she could argue emotional damages. No, she's looking into theft. Theft? What are you even saying? Apparently, she's not the first wife who's had something go missing after her husband got tangled up with you. You have a reputation, Sue. Whenever you get close to a married man, his wife mysteriously loses jewelry, a perfume bottle, a silk robe, a little keepsake she thought was hers alone. That's insane. I've never... Okay, maybe I borrowed a few things, but that's not stealing. I didn't take anything important. What you took wasn't yours. That's what matters. And now other women are speaking up. You'd be surprised how many wives around here have stories that match hers. No. I thought... He said he was rich. He said he had money. I thought he was serious. He was serious about manipulating you. And you were serious about believing it because it gave you an excuse. I didn't think it would go this far. I didn't even like him that much. I just thought maybe this time I'd get lucky. So you targeted someone you thought was married to money, and instead of upgrading your life, you've just lit a match and tossed it into your own future. Please, Melania, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't even know he was lying. He made it sound so real. That's what men like Frank do. It doesn't change what you did. I just wanted something better, that's all. A little luxury, a man who could take care of things for once. I've spent years scraping by. I thought maybe, for once, I had something that could last. You tried to take something that wasn't yours. And when it wasn't working, you tried to tear someone else down so you could stand in her place. I didn't think anyone would notice. I didn't think they'd care. It was just perfume or earrings or... It wasn't about the things. It was about the message you sent every time you took something. I was here. I mattered. He chose me. Please don't let them sue me. I'm already in debt. I have a kid. I'm broke. I'm not some monster. I needed a way out. You don't get to plead for sympathy now. Not after you walked into someone else's life like you were entitled to it. You don't understand. You've always had it easier. You have a husband, a house, a life people actually want. And I've protected that life every single day. You don't get to resent what I've earned just because you gave up on building your own. Please, just don't let her go through with it. I swear I'll return everything. I'll apologize. I'll do whatever it takes. It's not up to me anymore. You made your choices, and the wives you hurt, they're finally making theirs. Sue was sued by Frank's wife for theft and emotional distress. Apparently, this wasn't her first time. She had a pattern. Whenever she got involved with a married man, something from his wife always went missing. Perfume bottles, earrings, expensive scarves. Trophies, you might say. Frank's wife had receipts, literally, and with my testimony to back her up, the case came together faster than any of us expected. She hired a sharp legal team, filed the paperwork, and finalized the divorce in just one day. Sue tried to talk her way out of it. She said she didn't mean harm, said she only wanted a better life. But wanting something doesn't make it yours. Now she's stuck paying damages on top of the debt she was already drowning in. I heard she moved back in with her parents. No job, no friends, no more gated community gossip. Frank vanished too, probably chasing his next story. And as for me, I'm just glad to be going back to my good old-fashioned, ordinary, no-chaos life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Maddie, where exactly are you right now? I just got home and the house is totally dark. What's going on?
Oh, relax, will you? Jesse and I are having dinner at that fancy French restaurant downtown.
Dinner? You didn't think to mention it earlier? And since when do we randomly have fancy dinners on weeknights?
Oh my gosh, you're so dramatic. Can't a mother and daughter treat themselves once in a while without the Spanish Inquisition?
It's not about treating yourselves. Look, something more important came up. There's money missing from my account. Specifically about $3,000. Do you know anything about it?
Missing? What are you talking about?
$3,000 has disappeared from my savings account. Not the joint one, the personal savings I've had since before we married. Maddie, did you withdraw money from there?
Oh, that. Oh, right. I remember now. Actually, it was probably Jesse who took it out.
Wait, what do you mean probably Jesse? Why would Jesse even have access to my personal account?
Well, she's almost in high school, isn't she? I thought it'd be good for her to learn how ATMs work, so I let her practice.
Practice? You let our daughter practice withdrawing money from my private savings account?
Why are you so worked up? It's not like it's a big deal or anything. It was just practice. Jeez.
Maddie, there's literally $3,000 gone. My money isn't some kind of training kit. And even if you wanted her to learn, why on earth didn't you set up a new account for her?
Because it was too much of a hassle. I didn't have her seal or any of her documents with me. Yours was the only one handy.
So your solution was to let Jesse casually withdraw thousands of dollars from my personal savings? Money I earned before we were even married? That money was supposed to be separate and untouched.
Honestly, stop shouting. You're embarrassing me even through text. Anyway, what's the big deal? It's just money. You have plenty.
Just money? Do you even hear yourself right now? This isn't about being rich or poor, Maddie. It's about boundaries and basic respect. Where exactly did that money go?
Ugh, look, I honestly don't know the details. Jessie probably just spent it shopping or something. She's at that age where she wants nice clothes and cosmetics, right?
Shopping? She blew through $3,000 in one afternoon of shopping?
Probably. Teenagers these days have expensive tastes. But listen, can we talk about this later? We're trying to have a nice evening here, and you're totally killing the mood.
Absolutely not. Tell Jessie right now that money wasn't hers to spend, And when exactly are you two coming home? We need to have a serious family conversation about this.
Sorry, but that's not happening tonight. We're checking into a hotel after dinner.
You're doing what?
Jesse wanted to make a girls' night of it, so I booked a nice suite downtown. We deserve to relax a bit after your endless drama.
You booked a suite after she wasted thousands from my personal account? Are you joking?
Oh, please, stop being stingy. It's done already, so just chill out, okay?
No, I'm not going to chill out. You've crossed a serious line here. I can't believe you thought this was okay.
Honestly, it's exhausting trying to keep you happy. Jesse's just having fun. We'll deal with your precious money tomorrow. Good night.
Maddie, don't you dare ignore me on this. We're not done yet. Jesse, we need to talk right now. Did you take money from my personal savings account today?
Oh, seriously? I'm trying to relax right now, Dad. You're totally ruining my vibe.
I don't care about your vibe. Answer me directly. Did you withdraw $3,000 from my savings?
Oh, that? Yeah, I guess I did. Mom said it was fine, so don't flip out.
Don't flip out! Are you kidding me? Even between parents and children, there are clear boundaries when it comes to money. Return the $3,000 immediately.
Sorry to break it to you, Dad, but it's already gone. Like, totally spent.
Wait, what? You spent the entire $3,000 in just one day? You can't possibly be serious.
I sure am. It's all gone. My friends and I had an epic shopping spree. Clothes, makeup, accessories, the works. And afterward, Mom and I had dinner at an incredible restaurant. It was awesome.
You're still in middle school. $3,000 isn't pocket change. What were you thinking blowing through that much money?
Jeez, chill out. Think of it as an early celebration for high school. You should be glad your daughter knows how to have fun.
Celebration? That's absurd! You can't just label reckless spending a celebration and expect it to be okay. You need to take responsibility for this, now!
Responsibility? Please. You're always complaining about washing my clothes and uniforms anyway. Now everything's brand new and stylish. Problem solved, right?
This isn't funny, Jesse. That money took me years to save. You took something precious that didn't belong to you without even thinking twice.
Oh my God, Dad, you're so dramatic. It's just money. Mom literally handed me your passbook and seal. Maybe take your issues up with her instead of yelling at me.
Don't you dare dismiss this. Just money? You have no concept of how hard it is to earn and save that much. This is an unacceptable level of disrespect from you.
Okay, message received, but it's way too late to ask for it back. So can you stop with the lecture now?
Too late isn't good enough. You stole from me, plain and simple. Do you have any idea how serious this is?
Stole? Now, you're really exaggerating. Mom said it was fine. If anything, you should be mad at her, not me.
Believe me, I'll deal with your mother separately, but you aren't innocent here. You've crossed a serious line, Jesse, and your attitude is making it even worse.
Whatever, Dad. You're making way too big a deal out of this. Get over it already. It's literally only $3,000.
Only $3,000? You're unbelievable. This isn't going away, and neither are the consequences. You've gone way too far this time, Jesse.
Oh, please. You're seriously lecturing me about crossing lines? You're such a hypocrite, Dad.
You don't just get to throw out an allegation like that at me. What on earth are you talking about now, Jesse? How am I a hypocrite?
Don't pretend like you don't know. Mom already told me everything about you and your nasty little affair.
Affair? Have you completely lost your mind? I have never cheated on your mother.
Wow, you're still denying it? Mom said you've been sneaking off to see some younger woman every single day. You're disgusting, Dad. Honestly, a total pervert.
That's absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea why your mother would tell you something like that, but it's a complete lie.
Why would Mom lie about this? You're just upset because you've finally been caught. Face it, Dad, you're busted.
Jesse, this is ridiculous. You need to listen to me. You see me every day, right? What do I do all day? I go to work and I come home. That's literally my entire life. Where exactly would I even find the time to cheat?
I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. All I know is Mom told me you're having an affair, and I trust her way more than I trust you.
Your mother has twisted this whole situation, Jesse. She's lying to you, probably to justify the crazy things she's allowed you to do.
Oh, spare me your pathetic excuses. If anyone's twisted, it's you. Mom said you've been sneaking around for months, probably longer. She's been miserable because of you.
Isn't that rich? I'm the one who's been miserable dealing with your mother's manipulations and lies. This is another perfect example. She's trying to turn you against me.
I don't need Mom to turn me against you. You've done a good enough job of that yourself. Taking that $3,000 was nothing compared to what you've put our family through. Consider it partial compensation for all the emotional damage you've caused us.
Emotional damage? Are you kidding me? I've dedicated my life to providing for you both, and this is how you repay me?
You're lucky Mom hasn't divorced you yet. She's put up with your disgusting behavior for way too long. Frankly, I don't understand how she's been able to stand being married to you at all.
This is unbelievable. After everything I've done, you're attacking me based on some lies your mother fed you. Open your eyes, Jesse. You're smarter than this.
I'm plenty smart. Smart enough to see exactly who you are. You're just some pathetic cheater who can't handle getting called out. Honestly, if you're that unhappy, why don't you just pack up and leave already?
You're telling me to leave my own home now?
Yeah, why don't you just get lost and move in with your precious mistress? Nobody here needs a cheating, lying pervert around anyway. Mom and I would be so much better off without you.
Fine. If that's really how you feel, Jesse, then you should know the truth.
What truth? More of your lame excuses?
I'm not your father, Jesse. I never have been.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Exactly what you heard. I'm not your real dad. Your mother was seeing someone else right before we got married. You've accused me of cheating, but Maddie is the one who cheated on me.
No way. Mom would never cheat. You're lying. You're just trying to hurt me because you're mad.
I wish it was a lie. When you were 3 years old, a strange man showed up at our doorstep claiming to be your real father. At first, I didn't believe him. How could I? But we had DNA tests done quietly, and it confirmed he was telling the truth.
DNA tests? You're making all of this up, right? You're just trying to scare me.
It's not a scare tactic, Jesse. I have documents to prove it. One other thing you should know. I'm infertile, which means I've never been capable of having children. You're not my biological daughter. The man your mom was cheating on me with is.
No, that can't be real. Why would Mom do something like that? Why would she lie to me all this time?
Because the truth wasn't easy for her to tell, understandably. At first I was so angry I wanted to pack my bags and leave right then and there. But I didn't. I stayed. And it wasn't for your mother's sake. It was for you. Even though you weren't mine by blood, I loved you like my own daughter from the day you were born. You were just 3 years old. You had nothing to do with her mistakes.
But if it was true, why didn't you tell me earlier? Why wait until now, after all these years?
Because I didn't want you to suffer for your mother's mistakes. Your mother had no money, no stable family to turn to. If I had left back then, your life would have been unstable, unsafe, just all around difficult. I couldn't bear to see you grow up like that. So I chose to stay, to raise you as if you were mine. You deserved that much.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't fair. Everything I've known is a lie. How am I supposed to believe any of this?
I understand you're hurting right now. But the reality is that I have spent years putting your happiness and security ahead of my own feelings. You might not want to believe me, but it's true. I've raised you, cared for you, and provided for you, not because I had to, but because I chose to. Because I genuinely loved you.
Stop it. Just stop. I can't deal with this. It doesn't make sense. Mom wouldn't betray me like this.
I'm sorry, Jessie. Truly, I am, but you deserve to know the truth, especially after what you've said to me. I refuse to be painted as a villain in a story built entirely on lies. Well, Jessie, if you and your mom want me gone so badly, fine. I'm done. You won't have to deal with me anymore.
Wait, Dad, what are you saying? You can't just leave.
Actually, I can. I'll divorce your mother immediately and move out. Clearly, neither one of you appreciates anything I've done for this family.
Divorce? Hold on, let's talk about this first. You can't just make decisions like this out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere. You've both made it perfectly clear I'm not welcome in this family. Why should I stay somewhere where I'm openly disrespected?
But what about my school, my future? You said you'd always pay for my education. You can't just abandon your responsibilities.
Responsibilities? I've fulfilled more than enough responsibility raising another man's child all these years. I'm done financing your future. From now on, you and your mother can figure it out yourselves.
Dad, please, you can't do this. How am I supposed to pay for college? I don't have any money, and Mom certainly doesn't either.
That's not my problem anymore. If you need financial help, maybe you should reach out to your real dad. If you can even find him, that is.
That's so unfair. You know I don't even know who he is. You've always supported me. You can't just leave me stranded now.
You know what's unfair? You used me, levied egregiously false allegations against me, stole from me, and humiliated me. You and your mom wanted me out, and now you've got your wish. Congratulations.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean for it to go this far. How am I supposed to survive without your support? I don't want to get a job and take out a bunch of loans to pay for school. Please, Dad, you have to reconsider.
You should have thought about the consequences before you traded me like garbage. Enjoy your new life with your mother. I'm sure you'll manage somehow.
Please don't leave us like this. I'll apologize. I'll fix everything. Just please stay. We need you.
It's too late for apologies, Jessie. You took $3,000 from my savings. Consider that my final gift to you as your father. I've paid more than enough to support someone else's family already.
How can you be so cold to your own daughter? You've always been my dad, regardless of blood. You can't just cut me off like this.
I didn't make this decision. You and your mother did. I'm just granting your wish. Now it's time to face reality.
Dad, please, you can't leave me with nothing. I'm begging you to reconsider this.
I've made up my mind. I'm finished letting you both take advantage of me. Have a good life, Jessie.
What the hell is wrong with you? You told Jessie everything? You promised me you'd never tell her.
That promise went out the window the second you started poisoning her against me. And let me just stop you right there for a second. Don't you dare turn this around on me, Maddie. You're the one who filled her head with lies.
She's in shock. She's crying in the bathroom and won't come out. You blindsided her with something she never needed to know.
No, you blindsided her. You let her think I was cheating when I've been the one putting up with your betrayal for 15 years. I kept my mouth shut to protect her while you made me the villain.
I didn't mean for it to go this far. I swear, I didn't know what else to say. A while ago, she started asking me why I was so upset all the time. I got carried away and told her some things. And then she believed me so easily. I didn't want to lose her trust.
So you lied. You lied because it was easier than facing up to what you did. And you let her tear me apart over it every single day. I should have divorced you the minute that man came to our door.
I know I messed up. I'm sorry, okay? I lied to Jessie because I was ashamed. I couldn't live with what I'd done, and when she started trusting me, I just leaned into it. I didn't mean to turn her against you, I swear.
It doesn't matter anymore. I've had enough. There's no saving this. I want out.
Please don't say that. We can fix this. I'll tell her the truth. I'll make things right.
You already had 15 years to fix it. You chose to spend that time tearing down what little we had instead. I'm done carrying the weight of your mistakes. Sign the divorce papers when they arrive.
Please don't do this. Please just don't throw everything away.
I'm moving into a studio apartment. I'll be gone within the week, and you'd better start looking for a place too.
What are you talking about?
I'm selling the house.
No, oh please, not the house. Where are we supposed to go? Jesse has school. We have nowhere else.
That's not my problem anymore. I've supported both of you long enough.
I'll change. I swear I'll do better. Just give me one more chance.
I don't trust you anymore, Maddie. I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Whatever this was, it's over. Congratulations. You'll never have to deal with this cheating, lying pervert ever again. After everything, I packed what mattered and checked into a business hotel that same night. I changed my phone number, updated every bank and password, and made sure there was no way Maddie or Jesse could contact me. The divorce was handled entirely through my lawyer, so I never saw either of them again. Once the house was sold, they were forced out with nothing but what they could carry. Last I heard, they moved into a rundown apartment on the edge of town. Maddie refused to get a job, crying all day, while Jessie spiraled. She dropped out of school and started blaming her mother for everything. The two of them fought so loudly the neighbors reportedly filed complaints. As for me, I met someone a year later. She's kind, strong, and like me, unable to have children of her own. We understand each other. Eventually, we adopted two siblings who needed a home. They're not related to us by blood, but that doesn't matter. We laugh, we eat dinner together, we respect each other. It turns out, love built on truth and choice is stronger than any lie ever told. And for the first time in years, I feel free.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, Monica. I'm sorry to bother you. I was just wondering if you might have a few minutes to talk. Not really. I'm in the middle of about a million things. Packing, double-checking reservations, all of it. I understand you're busy. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't really important. Seriously? If it's that important, just spit it out. I can't stand here holding my phone forever. It's about your mother. Oh my God. Again with this? Didn't we already settle this years ago? I know you said I could handle the day-to-day stuff, and I have, Monica. I really have. But this is different. I told you, Annie, you are the caretaker now. You handle everything. That's the way it's been ever since my brother died. I remember. And I don't mind helping, truly. But this is something you need to know about. Need to know? You're acting like the house is on fire or something. It's probably just another one of her coughing fits. You're way too soft, Annie. Always blowing stuff out of proportion. It's not a coughing fit, Monica. It's more serious than that. Ugh! Nothing is more serious right now than me getting packed. I don't have time for drama. Packed? Are you going somewhere? Obviously, I'm going to Hawaii, baby. Me and Steve are finally doing our second honeymoon. Beaches, cocktails, massages, the whole dream. Hawaii? Wow. I didn't realize you were planning a trip. Decided yesterday. Spontaneous trips are the best, Annie. You don't plan happiness. You just grab it and go. I mean, I get wanting a break, but with everything going on, maybe it's not the best time. Your mother isn't doing well, Monica. Oh my God! You sound just like the doctor. She's deteriorating rapidly. It could be any time. Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I know. So what am I supposed to do? Sit here and watch her die slowly? I just thought maybe you'd want to be here in case she, needs you. Honestly, I'd rather remember her how she was before she turned into a frail mess. I'm not cut out for all that depressing stuff. I know it's hard, Monica. Believe me, I know. But sometimes it's not about what's easy for us. It's about being there for the people we love. Ugh, Annie, you're such a martyr. Always with the selfless speeches. Well, newsflash, not everyone wants to throw their life away playing nurse. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm just trying to honor the people who loved us. Yeah, well, good for you. Meanwhile, I'll be sipping a margarita on the beach. Life's short, Annie. You gotta enjoy it while you can. I just thought you'd want to know that your mother doesn't have much time left. I thought you'd care. I do care. I care that I'm about to get a fat inheritance when this is over. That's what the doctor basically said yesterday. Might as well start picking out the countertops. Monica, she's your mother. She's not a paycheck. Oh, please. She made her choices, Annie. She's the one who decided to stay holed up in that creaky house instead of selling it when it was worth something. She's the one who made her bed. Now she can lie in it. I don't know what to say to you right now. I really, truly don't. Say thank you, maybe? For making it easy for you to keep playing Florence Nightingale without any competition. You love being the good little caretaker. Admit it. That's not why I'm here, Monica. And I don't love watching people I care about fade away. But I'll be here because it's the right thing to do. Good for you. I'll send you a postcard. You can read it to her when she's feeling extra sorry for herself. I hope you find whatever it is you're so desperately chasing, Monica. I really do. I already did. Coconut drinks with little umbrellas in them. Total paradise. I'm a little surprised you're so calm about it. I thought maybe you'd want a moment to, I don't know, process it. Annie, seriously? I'm on vacation. I'm not gonna sit here being all mopey while I'm sipping Mai Tais. Life moves on. It's not about moping, Monica. It's about acknowledging her life, showing a little respect. Ugh, you are so dramatic. She lived, she died, the end. That's what happens. People die. You think sitting around crying is gonna change it? No, but it would show that she mattered, that she wasn't just some inconvenience you couldn't wait to be free of. OMG, Annie, not you too. Everyone's so obsessed with making death some big tragic event. It's natural. It's normal. I agree it's natural, but it doesn't mean it's not important. She was your mother, Monica. Yeah, and she wasn't exactly Mother of the Year, okay? Always nagging, always complaining, always needing something. You think I'm gonna cry because the world's biggest buzzkill finally kicked the bucket? I think you're hurting more than you realize. You just don't want to admit it. Oh my God, Annie, please. Save the therapy session for someone who cares. I'm fine. Actually, I'm better than fine. I'm in Hawaii. I'm glad you're enjoying your trip, but I did want to let you know the funeral's been scheduled. It's in 3 days. Were you planning on coming back from your vacation to attend it? LOL, do you even need to ask if I'm coming? You're the one who handles everything, remember? That's your job, Little Miss Perfect. I know I've been taking care of things, Monica, but this isn't just stuff. This is your mother's funeral. You should be there. Why? So I can stand around and listen to people pretend she was some saint? So I can fake cry for a bunch of old relatives I don't even like? No thanks. Monica, I'm not asking you to put on a show. All I'm asking you to do is please give your mother the dignity of having her last living daughter at her funeral. I think she deserves that much for all she did for you. Oh, please. Spare me the Hallmark card speech. I'm not flying back to cry over someone who did nothing for me. I'm staying right here where the drinks are cold and the sun is hot. I'm sorry you feel that way, but okay. I'll handle everything. Good. That's what you're good at, Annie. Cleaning up messes other people don't want to deal with. I'm not cleaning up a mess. I'm honoring your mother's life, even if you won't. Blah, blah, blah. You can keep playing the sad little martyr. I'm living my best life. When do you plan to come back, Monica? Me and Steve are extending the trip a little. We're thinking maybe another week. Just enough time to let you handle all the boring funeral crap. I'll make sure everything's done properly. I owe her that much. Great. Speaking of which, you'd better be out of the house by the time I get back. Out? What are you talking about? Hello? I'm inheriting the house, remember? Which means you need. Memories don't pay the bills, sweetie. I'm selling that place the second I get back. Steve already called a realtor. I see. That's very quick. Quick is good, Annie. I'm not sitting around soaking in sadness. I'm cashing in and moving on. I wish you could see it differently, but I guess that's not who you are. Oh, boo-hoo, Annie. You're so sentimental, it's pathetic. You probably want to turn it into a little museum or something. I just believe some things are worth preserving. Well, I don't. You can have your memories. I'll take the check. Thanks. I would say your mother is more important than dollar signs. Oh, for God's sake, would you stop pretending you're part of the family? You were just the tag-along anyway. Monica, after your brother died, do you know what your mother told me? She told me that I could put her in a home if I wanted. She didn't want to be a burden on me. But I didn't feel right doing that. Your mother was kinder to me than I ever deserved, so I stayed with her. I chose to do the right thing. Ha! Right thing for who? Not for me. Not for Steve. You just wanted to play Little Miss Perfect, acting like some saint while I had an actual life to live. I wasn't trying to compete with you, Monica. I never have. I just loved her, even when it wasn't easy. Love, love, love. You're obsessed with all that love crap. Love doesn't pay for trips to Hawaii, Annie. Love doesn't buy beachfront property. Maybe not, but at least love doesn't leave you bitter and empty inside. Oh, please. I'm not bitter. I'm living my best life. I hope it's everything you want it to be. I really do. Don't patronize me, Annie. I'm going to have enough money soon to do whatever the hell I want. That house is step one. Houses aren't just dollar signs, Monica. They're built with memories, with care. Phew, you can't cash in memories. You're so naive, it's honestly embarrassing. Maybe, but I'd rather be naive than heartless. Whatever. While you're sitting around crying into your photo albums, I'll be buying designer handbags and going on cruises and spa days. This is my time, Annie. I'm glad you're excited. I just wish you could see what you're really losing. The only thing I'm losing is a headache, and good riddance to it. Take care of yourself, Monica. Whether you believe it or not, I really do wish you well. Yeah. Save the... Are you still squatting in that house? I gave you a whole freaking week, Annie. A whole week. What part of get out did you not understand? Hello, Monica. I know you're upset, but yelling isn't going to help either of us. Maybe you should slow down for a minute. Ugh! You don't get to tell me what to do. That's my house now. And if you're not out by tonight, I swear to God, Annie, I am calling the police. You're free to call them if you want, but I doubt it would go the way you think. Things aren't exactly how you imagine them, Monica. Are you serious right now? You can't just stay in my inheritance. That's not how this works, you idiot. Maybe you could explain it to me then. I'd love to hear your version. Fine. I'll spell it out slow, since you clearly need it. When someone dies, their stuff goes to their family, their real family. And that's me, Annie, me, her only daughter. That means the house, the money, the estate, all of it is mine. Thank you for the passionate explanation, Monica, but I actually already know how inheritance law works. Your mother's lawyer explained everything to me when he came by to go over the will. What? He came to you without me? How is that even legal? Aren't all heirs supposed to be there when they read the will? Or are you just making crap up now because you know you're screwed? That's a thing they do in movies, Monica. In real life, the lawyer presents the will to whoever's actually mentioned. No dramatic group readings by the fire. No arguments in front of a chandelier. Oh my God, save the sarcasm. I'm her daughter. Of course I should have been there. I'm her blood. That makes me the main heir. You're half right. You're her daughter, but you're not her heir. What the hell does that mean? It means... I'm sorry, Monica, but your mother didn't leave you the house. She didn't leave you the estate either. You're lying. You are straight up lying to my face. I'm not lying. You'll see when the lawyer sends you your official copy. Like hell I'm waiting for that. Tell me right now, Annie. Tell me what you think you're getting away with. I swear if you're lying to me, it'll be the last thing you do. All right, I'll tell you. But remember, you asked for this. Spit it out, Annie! To my daughter, Monica, if you are reading this, know that my heart grieves for the woman you have become. I regret that I did not raise you better, to be more patient, more loving, more loyal. In my greatest time of need, when my health failed and my heart was broken, I asked you for help. You turned your back on me without hesitation. It was Annie who stayed, Annie who comforted me through my loneliness, my sickness, my grief. Because of her kindness and because of your cruelty, I leave my entire estate, my home, my savings, my belongings, to Annie. She's been the family I lost in you. This can't be happening. This is a lie. It has to be a lie. You're lying. I'm her daughter. Her only daughter. I know this hurts, Monica. I really do. But this was her choice. No! She was sick. You took advantage of her. You fed her lies about me. She wasn't confused, Monica. She knew exactly what she wanted. Her mind was clear right until the very end. This isn't fair. This isn't right. I get nothing? Nothing? Not nothing. You weren't completely left out. Aha! I knew it. I'm getting something after all. Tell me, Annie, what is it? You were left $200. $200? That's right. Exactly $200. Why the hell only 200? What kind of insult is that? She said it was to reimburse you for all the birthday gift cards you sent her over the years. Remember? You always just sent her $20 gift cards to that steakhouse she hated. This is a freaking joke. A cruel, sick joke. It wasn't a joke to her. She wanted to make sure everything was settled. Give me the house. Give me the money. I'm calling a lawyer if you don't. You can call whoever you like, but I'm afraid the law is on my side. You're pathetic, Annie. A greedy little thief. You wormed your way into her heart when she was weak. I stayed because she needed someone. That's all. You think that makes you better than me? No, but I know it made me a better person than I would have been if I'd walked away. Screw you! Screw her too! You both deserve each other. I'm sorry you feel that way. You'll pay for this, Annie. I swear on my life you'll pay. Before I go, there's something else you should know. Unless it's Annie is giving you all the money, I don't want to hear it. It's not about money. It's about her last request. She asked that after she passed, I block your number and never speak to you again. You coward! You can't hide from what you did. You're a snake, Annie! A snake! Goodbye. Like this. Cutting Monica out of my life was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. No matter what she said to me or how cruel she became, I know it must have been devastating for her to hear her mother's final words. It was painful for me having to reveal to Monica that her mother saw her as a disappointment. I can't imagine how heavy that must weigh on her heart. I still wish things could have been different. I wish she could have seen her mother's love for what it was, instead of always chasing after something shinier. I hated having to call the police when she refused to leave the house, screaming and crying and accusing me of stealing what was never hers to begin with. But her mother asked me to protect her wishes and protect the home we shared. Now, with everything settled, I plan to live simply, not extravagantly. I don't need much, and since I've already got a house with no mortgage to pay, my expenses will be pretty minimal. What I'd like to do first is use most of what I inherited to establish a scholarship fund in their memory. After that, I'll be looking for other various charities to contribute to.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.